a couple weeks before. They would audition with like singing, dancing, rapping, da 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 da. And then we'd have another group of kids who are like the hosts and the producers of the show. So
Yeah.
the show would be, you know, messages from us, messages from the kids as the hosts. Now, what we're thinking is that for this virtual version, the kids will record the ones who are doing their dancing and singing and rapping or whatever, they'll record their things previously. Because I think if we get into like live presentation of music and tracks and things, it's going to be a nightmare. Is my thinking. So like for instance, a couple weeks before, they'll do their best version of their rap or whatever it is, and they'll send it in to us as a video. So let's say there's like 25 acts in the show. They'll all be these little videos that they've sent in. And then, I mean, I guess we were thinking it's kind of up to you guys with your expertise of like, what's the best way of how to do the rest of it in a way that's live. Like it could be some of the ones who are the hosts are live like we are now, and they're like giving a message to the audience like, hey everybody, you know, welcome to the first ever live talent show. Our first act is blah blah blah. And then we bring up, you know, that video and we come back to the host and we go back to the video and that kind of thing. And I think what you're saying about like the sponsorship video, like, you know, we have companies or donors or the mayor's office that have sponsored us, and we could like give shout outs to them. We could have little pre-recorded messages of, you know, some of the young people doing a poem or, you know, anything, any kind of issue they want to talk about to like break up the acts that are kind of pre-recorded. And then I think it's nice if we have comments, if that's possible, from like the audience that are watching on the side. You know, we could be saying, hey, give a shout out to so-and-so. Did you think they did a great job? And they could make it, you know, we could get those comments like live if they're coming. Those are the initial kind of thoughts that I had about this, because I do know that anything that we're doing to do with music and stuff like that just gets really hard with synchronizing things. So it felt to me like anything that's like music and the talent act should be like pre-recorded, but that maybe some of the stuff that's to do with hosting and making announcements, that could be the live part of it. And then and hopefully the whole thing could be preserved and recorded, so that if some people can't see it when it launches, they could catch it later on YouTube or wherever we decide to put it. That's my thoughts. Is that match with what you were thinking, Chantal?
Yeah, that's better than what I thought. I was thinking the same thing. Like if we're gonna have 25 live acts, it could have been done, but we would have to schedule. We would have to been scheduling people, because this is, imagine this is like backstage, where we are right now.
Yeah.
But I can just have two people. For example, I'm just gonna have, for example, just Chantal and Brian, for example, and I'm gonna remove the rest of us.
Right.
Great.
But we are still backstage, and I can still talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking you guys were going for the live thing with say like the singing acts. You'd have people live singing, so. A bit of pressure
no, especially because they're mostly like teenagers and 12-year-olds doing this in their own room. Oh my God, the potential for disaster, I think, would be too much. So I think all of the live singing and all that stuff we'll have had it submitted and make sure it's good quality and everything, and we'll know what all that stuff would be. And that's what I'm thinking, at least.
Yeah.
Great. Gab, what about the situation with live comments, rude comments can be taken away, or what's
I choose which ones I show, basically.
That's great.
I choose, So I'm gonna see if I can do it, because let me see. Yeah. So for example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're hoping to. Say again, Chantal.
No, I was just saying, I see. Okay, it's good. I like that.
And so basically, are we saying for the double acts on the night, on the day, to be Brian and Chantal as the hosts with the most, or
along with we'll have our young leaders who are going to be hosts along with us, and they'll be made. So it might be the case that Brian and I will start, kind of kick off the show, and then as we usually do, the young leaders will then be the ones who introduce the acts, ideally.
And so a question, we can only have 6 people live, is that right? And that includes if Gabriel is the producer, so it would be him and then 5 other people could be live, is that right?
Oh, at one time.
At one time, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
But could we, and it's fine if we can't, but like, let's imagine if the show lasts 2 hours, let's say if Chantel and I were at the top and we had 10 kids who wanted to host at a different time, could you like slot in kids 1, 2, and 3, and then later on kids 4, 5, and 6, or is that?
So that's what we would have to do that if we were gonna go live. So we would have to do like imagine this is the back of the theater. So you wouldn't have all your acts in the back of the theater. You would 15 minutes before showtime, they will come behind the curtain. So this is kind of like behind the curtain. So you could schedule people to come in. You need to be backstage 15 minutes before you go live, and they're gonna be watching their queue. So once you mention their name, I can bring them on screen, basically.
Gotcha. So it could be, it's only 6 in front of the curtain at any one time, but you could have 10 or 15 waiting, and you just slot in different ones at different times.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Right.
How many? Is there a limit on that? How many waiting?
No, and I think you even waiting here, you can only have 6.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was.
So so in this backstage area, you can only have 6, because if not,
what you do is call people maybe to. So I would have to leave. You can see the leave button there. So I'd leave, and then Gab would have to call whatever person number 3, person number 13, person number 14 to come back in or whatever, I guess.
Gotcha.
Also, you want to have a ton of people here because it's easy to make a mistake and bring someone on when
So I personally think that's fine. I think it's good for us to know this because we don't exactly know, right now we've got about 30 kids who are involved as producers, but I can guarantee not all of them are going to want to be live as the hosts of the thing. It'll probably be a much smaller number. And there might be some who are really happy to actually be live. And then there might be others who want to like record a little message and make sure that they get it right, and they don't need to be live on the thing. So Chantel, I don't know what you think, but we could definitely have the most confident ones who want to be live like we would be right now, like actually speaking off the cuff. But then I'm sure some of the other ones would be happy to be involved, but they could like record something in advance and they wouldn't have to be involved in that. And we could like play those at different times.
I would actually prefer if that was the case and not have Gabriel call our young people to have them.
I wouldn't do the calling. I think the thing that we find useful is having like a WhatsApp group or something where everyone's in there, and they can say now go backstage basically. You're 15 minutes from showtime. Yeah.
I would still prefer if we had pre-recorded and then only those who are live, just to make
we can do that.
Because if we have to rely on like WhatsApping them, they might not be ready, and we also want to eliminate things as much as possible. Sorry, I'm gonna go get something quickly. Sorry, be 1 minute.
Yeah, no worries.
I think it's really helpful to know that's like the limitations, because actually it helps us. It like means that we can have specific groups of kids who want to be in the live part, and then all the rest of them we can make sure that they get pre-recorded stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we can pre-record as many videos as you want. Yeah. You can I have to be sent to me in advance so I can preload them. Into the system.
Perfect.
Maybe even say the week before have a test trial run.
I definitely need to have a test. Yeah, definitely need to have it.
And
so
then
I can play the wrong clip.
Yeah.
And then basically we just need to go through your list to see, money wise, what's possible. I mean, like at the moment, obviously the main thing is the show. So we can do that. It would just need one operator, a technician such as Gab to do it, or even Jem could do it. So one person to do it on the day. But then all the other bits, if I look at the email, is what we need to sort of figure out what we need. So Jem and Gab, have you got that email I sent you as well? If you
yeah, I've got it open here.
Have a look at the stuff. Where's my email? Hold on. Always trying to find the email.
So those, for example, I can see here outputs and timeline. So those 2 to 3 social media videos, what are you thinking about that?
So those would be like in advance of so the show is on what day, Chantel? Like the 25th of July, I think.
Yeah, Saturday the 25th of July.
So what we would do is we would ideally have those social media videos earlier, like end of June, early July, so that we could be spreading them around on social media as a way of promoting the show and getting people to tune in on the right day or to audition, so one might be geared to young people to audition, another one might be geared to audience members to tune in on the 25th. And I think a lot of the content of the videos could be like, again, recorded by those kids that I talked about, the 20 to 30 kids who are the main organizers with us. So they could record little messages, they could do stuff, and we could provide you guys with that, and you could add animations or music or edit it into a nice, tight looking, almost like a trailer or like a promo. And as I said, like kind of maybe one that's geared to kids to sign up with their acts, and then another one that's geared more to audience members. And those would be things that would be ready in advance that we could send around through late June and July to build up the audience.
Cool. So what I'm thinking is probably thinking you need you guys have a logo, obviously. Do you have a Sting done? Do you have an animated logo ready?
We did one for you guys.
We did one in the past. Yeah.
So I guess
it will.
The logo's still the same. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, it will probably be the logo, a selection of the young leaders, the young performers, and then a call to action, I guess, at the end. No more than 30 seconds each, right? Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Something shareable and kind of attention grabbing.
Are we thinking of like with a TikTok compilation vibe? Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, maybe
something fun like that. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. We've been recording. I don't know if we've been recording our Zoom sessions as well. So see that we record the Zoom session with them, and then they can promote the show in their own way as a Zoom kind of thing.
Cool. I mean, the best way to do it is like you guys know the content, so you guys send us the best stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
your 3 main concepts, your 3 main goals for each video, and then we can just put it together basically.
Yeah, and my thinking about the video is like, there's different audiences, right? There's like young kids to sign up to perform. There's audience members, and then I think there's probably also a video which is maybe later, maybe it's at the end of all this process, and it might be a tiny bit longer, but it's more like a documentation of everything we did over the summer and how successful it was, and that's more geared to like funders and supporters so that they can kind of see what we did and we could use it in a like funding campaign. So I guess it's like taking the different content and, as you say, like tailoring it to different audiences. Like I think the idea of like a 30-second one that has like a TikTok compilation vibe would be really great to get the young people excited for what they're going to see. Yeah.
Cool. I think that's doable. That's definitely doable within the budget. I think. Dish, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Jem, what's the best way of, I don't know, getting social vids?
I think that's a good way. I mean, if we have all of the the participants, producers, or creating their own videos of their own stuff, I think that's a very easy way and a fun way of doing it.
Instagram, throw it to you guys to put onto your Instagram.
Yeah, so as long as they just make the videos, send them directly to us, then we can edit it and jazz it up to make it look like an Instagram video or a TikTok video or whatever. So I think that definitely works wonders. Do we have?
I would still want Brian and Chantel to choose to select the best ones. Because
exactly. We're not going to send you everything they give us.
No, also because I might like something that your audience better than I do.
Yeah.
Is there anything that they could like? If they record they might lack the motivation to record like themselves at home. I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything that they could, like an app that they could use, that they could record something and then send it to, like, instead of just using their regular camera? Is there like something that they could use that's?
I mean, you could do a landing page, I guess, promoting the show, like where you just literally email a landing page where people just click a button and upload a video. But that's gonna cost you some money. I don't know. If someone's gonna have to build
some
like
basic. Well, we've got some basic guidelines for non. I don't know. Call them civilians for non-camera production people to follow when they're filming themselves, because we do some of this stuff for universities. And
you mean the vlog?
Saying, like hold the camera this way, not that way.
And,
I think all of that stuff is quite helpful for us to let them know, because they might lack in confidence, because a lot, some of them are already lacking in confidence, even to be on the camera. So it'd be helpful to have that.
No, that would be great. Like any resources, like a vlog or tips that you've got for them, it'd be really educational for them to get that as well. And what was I going to say? Yeah, I think once we agree on like if we agreed on dates when the videos will go live, the social media ones, then and like stagger them, then we could work backwards and be like, all the kids have to create their content by this time. We get it to you guys by this time, and it's kind of edited and ready to go by that time. And that'll give us a real, I think, a lot of helpful parameters. Like when you're saying, Chantel, the motivation, like we can also generate the motivation ourselves, because we're going to be having a few sessions with them where we could share those tips. We could practice them. We could do test run. We say, everybody who wants to submit anything, it's by this date. And then we pick them and we get them to you. And the thing is going to launch on the Instagram or whatever by that time.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of prize draws and stuff to motivate people to send stuff, or?
Prize draws?
Free t-shirts.
or you could just say you're going to be seen by a lot of people. I mean, that's a reward in itself.
Yeah.
People who actually want to be performers.
Yeah. I mean, exactly.
Go ahead.
I was just saying we've got the 30 of them who are they're going to be meeting with us once or twice a week for the next 2 months. So they're, hopefully there will be a lot of them who are really excited and committed and motivated for the project. So the idea will be, the motivation is make this thing the best thing that it can. So let's make the video the best that it can. But then the motivation for the ones who are going to be in the show, you're right. The motivation is get your rap or your dance or whatever it is out to a bigger platform of people.
Okay, cool. And then aside from those 2 or 3 social videos, what other deliverables do you need from us?
I mean, at the moment, that's what we're thinking, is those few social videos to promote in the week, the production of the show itself, and then, as I said, probably some kind of documentation at the end of like everything that we've done. So that includes like all the steps leading up to it, because all the online sessions that we're doing with the kids, we're recording them. So we're going to have lots and lots of, materials of like the people they met in their Zoom sessions and the things they did. And then maybe just a little, and not a long video, but like a short one, not unlike Deshad, what you guys did before when you made us.
Sure.
Like a little promo thing, because we've kind of grown a lot since then. That was like 3 or 4 years ago, I think. So it would just be kind of something that documents, even in this time of Corona crisis, like we rejiggered what we did and we got more kids involved and we made it a big success. And then lots of little clips of all the stuff we did. So that would be kind of, I think, sort of after the fact, which we could then use as kind of evidence of everything that we've done and use to get more people involved and supporting us and stuff like that. So I recognize that might be additional to the budget that we're talking about, and that would probably be okay, because by that point we'll kind of know more how much was spent overall and everything else, and kind of be able to earmark things.
Yeah, I guess we can quote you later for a highlights video once we see how much footage you have to go through.
Yeah.
And what's the final deliverable? So you need a 2-3 minute video or whatever. It is quite time consuming. It's something you don't want to do in a rush, I think.
No.
But some sort of planning beforehand would be really cool, because obviously if you're going to see the young people this week, it'd be great for, just having that thought in your head of it'd be great today, I don't know, get some iPhone footage of us, doing the coaching, or something like getting one of the parents to take a shot from right at the back of the hall or whatever, things like that. So then when it comes to August, or whenever you want to do the edits, you can say, right, well, we've got this footage of week 1, this footage of week 2, that type of thing. So we'll give you some pointers for that, and then it'd be great as a separate budget, because it would be straining this budget to do any more, but it shouldn't be too hard in terms of once we get to post the show the weeks after, just say, right, we've got this much footage, let's have a look at it, let's see what we can do, and then probably like we did with the old video, we can actually do interviews in August or whatever, post show, and that would be the best way of, I think, stringing the narrative together, kind of like the old video, but then we've got all this extra great footage. So the show will be recorded. Jem? Sorry.
I was going to say, I think kind of adding to what you were saying before this, if you can kind of get some behind the scenes footage as well of you guys doing some preparation, so any additional footage that you think would be useful and kind of conveys the story a bit better, that will really help us to make the highlight video, so we can kind of have a story of
Great. If you guys almost give us a list of the types of things we should be capturing, then we can all or asking for, because I get what you're saying, like kids practicing and doing like almost like a blooper reel, or like how they improve, or things like that would be really nice content for that final document.
So it would be helpful if you just note it down, like, there was a really funny moment in this meeting. If you just now we know where to look for it, that kind of thing. That's very helpful.
That's great.
And
then so, I mean, I guess if, as I say, the budget is flexible, and we want to deliver the best quality for the money we have. So I think coming from our standpoint, if you guys take away the discussion that we've had from this meeting and say, like, Brian and Chantel, for the money that you've said here, we could deliver X very specifically, like this many days, blah, blah. But if it was this much little bit more, we could upgrade to this, then that would really help us to kind of compare and contrast and kind of see what we could do. Because like I do recognize with the live show, it's not just the time taking of the show itself. There'd be a run through, and there'd be various prep. So I think our responsibility, it sounds like, is going to be to gather all this material from the kids and have them all prepared and get it to you for the social, and also for the videos that are going to be loaded up for the show. So that's kind of the role that we'll do, and we'll get them all gathered and ready. But then for these times where either you guys are going to be editing and making the videos, or we're going to be running through anything or loading anything or preparing for the show itself, we recognize that the more time it takes, the tighter things will be. So just let us know, like almost like a scale of what different costs.
One question that I have for me, for example, is like how rough will those pre-recorded videos be? Like, will we have to edit those as well? So will we have to?
I think we can screen them, and I think also if you guys give us specifications of, like, there'll definitely be a limit on length. Like nothing can be too long, and you could kind of tell us actually what you think is a kind of manageable length for something like that. Because like even when we're doing it live in an auditorium, we usually, what do we say to the kids, Chantel? We usually say 3 minutes, but I think 3 minutes is too long for this. It's more like a minute or a minute and a half or something.
Yeah, so think about, I don't know, Britain Got Talent kind of length. So
but even with Britain's Got Talent, remember they've got multiple camera angles and all that extra stuff. With this, it'll be literally just one camera. So yeah.
See, I think that somebody sitting there and watching something like an act for 40 minutes, that's actually quite long.
Yeah.
So I would say for like a minute and a half most. Like, maybe some pacing.
Yeah. Well, you guys can.
If they could be consistent, in the format that you asked for, so you need to do this. You need to say your name, where you're from, and what you do, and then just start singing. So if every video is like that, it saves us a lot of. I don't have to think about I need to do the intros and And,
right. Okay. That's good. Yeah.
And as I say, we can get all that information to them when they register. We can screen the ones that get sent in to make sure they're all doing it in the right way. So if you give us like specs of what's going to help make it,
what we can do is send an example video. So we can just get one of our guys to create an example video of what you're after, and then show you that. Then you can kind of, show that to, all the participants, so they can kind of see what to expect from what they're doing.
Great.
Right. That's helpful.
I'm going to send you guys the link to one of our parent organizations in the USA, because they do similar stuff, and they've grown much bigger than us. They have a lot of resources, but I can show you like an Instagram video of what they've been doing, because they've been they're a few steps ahead of us. I'm just going to put this into the chat for you guys as a reference point. So this is All Stars Project of Dallas, Texas. So like these little mini videos that they've been sharing on their Instagram, I think have some of the vibe of what we're going for. They have the one guy who's the host, who's like the leader of All Stars in Dallas, and he's like there, almost like a DJ MC, and then he cuts to the videos that the kids have sent in, and they're, a minute or something, and then he kind of gives a little clap and says that was great, and then there's the next one. So that would be kind of, I think, some of the vibe that we're going for. Now, these are just mini little promos that they're putting on the Instagram. Mm-hmm. When we're doing the show, it's going to be a bit more of a big event, and they'll be broken up, as I said, with other things like this shout out to the sponsors, testimonials from the kids and stuff like that. But that's kind of the vibe I think that we're going for. And I can see in the videos that they've done that there's little graphics and stuff like that. I don't know, anyway.
Yeah. We'll take a look, and not too hard for us to do. We've got one of our guys is a animation guy, so we can put stuff in. Just depends on how we'll have to just judge the whole budget thing. But like you said, we'll get back to you about how much extra, or if we can cover it. We'll find out. Yeah, shouldn't be too hard.
Great.
One question I had for you guys is we don't have it in house, but do you guys have a social media strategist or something like that?
No. And you'll see when you go on our social media that we are not very high on followers, and we've been trying to.
We're getting there though.
Chantel, we're really not. We're really not. Like in this sense, I think we've got about 62 Instagram followers at the moment, or something.
Would it be wise to, instead of spending Dish is not gonna like this, but wouldn't it be wise to spend a lot more money on us to spend some money on social media?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think we do need to. We've been going to trainings ourselves on the social media, but I do think we need to boost
I can send you a budget to someone that we work with. It's a freelancer that we work with. So
that would be great.
They are experts on on growing brands from zero to many thousands of followers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there's a science to it. It's a science,
Yes, no.
You gotta use hashtags, and also you gotta pay something as well. You gotta spend some money in promotion.
Yeah,
right.
And I personally don't know, but we can find you someone that can do it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you have,
that would be great.
If budget for that.
If you want to put us in touch with anyone, and I think also
you can also pay him an extra to find you sponsors as well. He has another service where he goes out and reaches out to suppliers, like I don't know, electronic suppliers, or big companies that would be interested in sponsoring this kind of content.
Okay. Yeah, but that would be great to chat with that person. And I think we've been talking a lot about how we want to make that function better, because right now it's the two of us doing it while we're also doing this stuff with the kids. And I think even we've been talking about hiring a savvy kind of assistant, but I think like a strategist and an assistant to actually execute what's going on is probably...
It would be such a shame, because this is going to be such a nice show, and then if no one actually, if it doesn't pop up in their timelines, that's the problem. Like if we can't beat the algorithm, people aren't going to see it. Only the people who know about it personally and have the links will see it. It won't pop up on their screens.
Exactly.
So you're really depending on word of mouth there, which I don't know how good your network is. It might be great. I've done some events that get thousands of views just from words of mouth, but it is, it's tough.
Yeah. I think we're, up until this point, we've been very good at word of mouth in person to person on the street organizing. That's like what we do. We go into a community and organize in that way. So we're kind of adjusting everything that we're doing to like, we've got to do word of mouth in a very different way. So I do think actually consulting with someone is a useful thing. So any links to whoever we might talk to would be really helpful.
Sure. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff later.
Great.
Cool.
All right.
So I think going forward, then should we continue to communicate with you, Dishad, or should we? How are we gonna?
What I'll do is I'll do a CC with, because Gab and Jem are kind of more knowledgeable about this stuff. So I'd like to just maybe on the group, like have all 5 of us on the email group, maybe. Wouldn't take too many more emails. I think all we need to know is how we set up. It sounds like it will be 2 sessions of, let's call it the live streaming. So maybe a practice session the week before or something. I'm just guessing, but 1 session before the actual, obviously the show. All the videos that will be going into it, the editing for that, and possibly animation. So those are the 2 stages or things that we need to think about. Gab will talk to me after this and try and figure out what makes sense in terms of spending the money, and then we'll get back to you. We'll just keep it as a conversation between the 5 of us, I think, if that's okay. And then it shouldn't take too long for us to work it out. Shouldn't take too long. And then just keep in the back of your mind the future highlights film as well.
That's excellent. Thank you guys a lot.
Thank you.
No worries.
Of course.
Okay,
All right.
great. So, we'll leave it at that for now. We're going to get back to you on emails, hopefully within a day or so. So, we'll get cooking. So it should be an exciting show. So,
all right,
cool.
Yeah.
Nice to talk to you guys.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. Cheers, guys. Thank you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Can I keep you Dish and Jem?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cool. So,
All right. Cool.
Nice one. I mean, initial thoughts. It sounds doable for £1,000.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask you guys,
stress.
what's the longest video clip you can have on here?
30 seconds. So actually, I haven't tried it. Actually, I haven't tried it. Actually, some people say 30 seconds, but I think it has been upgraded. So I'm gonna do some testing, because if not, I might have to get a different software for that.
Yeah.
But in theory,
what are the chances of? Yeah, I mean, 30 seconds is. I think 30 seconds is almost enough for.
I think it's 30 megabytes. Actually, I think it's either 30 seconds and 30 megabytes. So I think if it's under 30 megabytes, it works. So we should be able to get a 30 megabyte to 1.5 minute video.
We should be able to.
Because it's not gonna be super high quality, but what can you do?
Out of it. Change the bit rate and all that stuff. It should be fine. It should be able to work.
My only concern, like I said, is like if they have 62 followers, it's just no one's gonna see this.
I mean, it sounds if the budget's 1,000. The only thing I would really say we could do is just maybe make a few of their posts, like sponsored posts.
I mean, they seem keen, so I can direct him to Scott.
Yeah,
I don't think they can afford him. Really,
it's about what, $2,000 if he's gonna be finding
Quincy money
as well.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, if they've only got $1,000, I don't know.
No, but they seem keen to. They seem to be open to.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I definitely say put them in contact and stuff. But if that's out of their price range, then we need to think of a way to do it.
Yeah.
On the cheap.
I mean, maybe Scott can talk to me, so I can definitely find you income from this. So I can definitely get this paid for, this $2,000 paid for. If he talks to if he can guarantee that he can get sponsors for more than $2,000, maybe he can. If they can make their money back.
I mean, like,
you know what I mean? They're a charity, right,
cool.
Dish?
I don't know how. Yeah, but I don't know how much stress there is about not being seen. Another thing. Okay, so you haven't seen, the quality of we're talking kids who can't sing sometimes. Like, it's not they're the next best thing, and they're all Beyonce and Mariah Carey's in the making. They're all, there's some of them are just like not the best of this or the best of that. It's like your local school kids doing stuff. So it's like the Christmas play of your local school. So it doesn't need to be seen by 1 million people. It's kind of like, it's not. I don't think it's the main thing for us. I think the main thing is that
the main thing is that
the show's nice and that.
Yeah,
I do, but like with Quincy, this is sort of a future plan that I have. Like, if we could actually sell packages where we're gonna take your event from 0 to 50,000 followers, and we make the video, we can charge higher fees in the future. So it's kind of a test run for me as well.
I think.
I know I'm gonna.
Yeah. It's just that maybe I don't know. I guess you can't.
Maybe it's not gonna work with these guys, but I mean they seem keen on hearing about it, so it's fine. They can talk to him.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like some of them. I mean, like I remember one of the shows that we did. I think I joked about this. So that year there was this song in the charts called "Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay," right? And basically, it was like me and Alex were doing the camera work, and so they say, right, here's little Millie, and she's going to be doing. What are you going to be doing? I'm going to do "Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay." So then, okay, take it away, and then like literally someone else would come in. What are you going to do, little Freddie? I'm going to do "Watch Me Whip," and so you had like 5 kids doing the same. So it isn't Britain's Got Talent. It's just a local. It's just giving something back to local kids. So it's not.
But there's not for profit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if 50,000 people were watching that, in a way,
that's not the point of it. The point of it isn't to get 1 million views. The point of it is to get these kids to do this thing because it's fun for them.
Yeah.
Not like the viewers isn't really the point. If that makes sense.
I mean, I was working in the charity world, and they always want a new sponsor or a new source of money if they can, because
like McDonald's,
they guarantee their own salaries for a couple of years. Like I remember when I was working with the Quakers, every time a legacy came in, they were fucking jumping all over the place because someone donated £1 million state, and they were like, "Oh, Jesus."
They have got. I mean, if they have got like the chapters in America are pretty. Like how I found out about these guys were I was doing a education live stream for Oxford University, and the guy that came to talk about it was like a I don't know, head of Exxon or one of the oil companies, right? And he said, well, we help, we're a terrible, we're a petrochemical company, but we help kids. Here's someone from Chicago who helps kids, poor kids. And so they brought this guy over from Chicago, wherever it was, and they were like, yeah, what's up, Britain? Check out what we do for young people. And then I spoke to him afterwards because they were saying, oh, we want to do this in London, or we want to do this in the UK. And I came up to him and said, look, we do loads of stuff like comedy school, blah, blah, blah. If you ever needed camera people, here's my card. And they did get in touch. And it was basically Brian and Chantel were the people that were going to take over. So they got we're talking like some petrol I don't know who, Exxon, that type of, they've got that type of backer. So that it's not like they need, but they're in this place where I think Exxon's giving them enough money for Chantel and Brian to have a day job. but probably not giving them millions, obviously. So I don't know. I don't know if they need.
I just think they probably benefit from some kind of. I mean, having more than 500 views would be good. I guess.
Yeah, definitely. If they can do it, if they can afford it, then yeah, definitely. If not, then I think we still have to think of a way to figure it out. We have to figure a way to do it. So that's what I was saying. Even if we just spend a little bit on like sponsor posts, then that's just, you know what I mean. We kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Anything else about this?
And we can do that for the money, right? Like £1,000 can be split on. So you do the show.
I'm still wondering to see how those 25 videos are gonna work out. If I'm gonna have to resize, I'm a bit concerned about that.
We're gonna have to resize. Yeah. We're gonna definitely have to resize.
Definitely terrible audio as well.
I'm a bit concerned about that. There's gonna be a lot more work.
The only
if we do, as I was saying, like a test video, so maybe we even get like Alan or Adria or whatever to just do like pretend like they're doing it, and then send it to them and just like look, we can even break it down and say you want to hold the camera like this, you want to do this, and just have them do it. So that way we kind of, if they send us videos that aren't good enough, we can say, well, we showed you how to do it and you didn't follow these instructions, so you're gonna have to get the kids to do it again. Do you know what I mean? So that way there's like a barrier between us and the kids, so they can tell the kids whether it's good enough or not, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't want to be having to tell the kids this is not good enough, obviously.
So as long as they know what's expected, then they should just be sending out videos that are correct, because I mean it shouldn't be that difficult. People do it every day. They film themselves every day, so on their phone.
We don't need to. Should we offer a package where we send camera person down to a place, I don't know, a community hall, and they can come and record themselves? Is that a package we could offer? Or
we could do that, but I mean, are people going to want to do that? You think? Does that make things more complicated?
I don't know. Just might be nicer in terms of quality for the actual show. If Brian, I mean, like if they're meeting these kids every week, we could like do one of the sessions where we actually say, right, we're gonna do a session where, you know, we're gonna send Alex down. He's gonna record you guys, and if it's good, we're gonna put it in the show, and that'd be really nice, you know, camera quality or something.
So wait, they meet every week still?
I don't know. I think from the sound of it, they said they were.
I thought they were doing like a Zoom meeting.
Oh, was it Zoom? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I got from it, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Sounded like they were meeting, because it's literally a local. It's just an East London local thing, so like a council estate type thing.
Okay.
How long is your website banner? Because I'm doing some tests here. See, this is over 30 megabytes. I'm able to load it somehow.
Omi, can you hear me? Omi?
Yeah.
I'll call you back.
What's going on?
So, he's calling.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, we have to think about this a bit. Yeah, I have to think about it. I personally only want to be involved in the show. I think that's enough work. If Jem is gonna do the editing of the 3 videos, I think from hearing Sophie recently, she doesn't really want to do stuff unless it's she has money, so she doesn't really need to do low pay stuff.
I don't think it's the money. I think it's just she doesn't want to do editing.
She doesn't want to do editing.
Money, yes, but at the same time, I think it's also the fact that it is the 3-hour journey is funny getting to her. So like she doesn't want to just come over unless the 3 hours journey is worth the 3 hours journey. So
would you be willing to do this, or do you think, or do we have to find an editor for this?
I could edit it. Alex could edit it. Whoever of us could edit it. Yeah, that's fine.
Mm.
I mean, we're talking basically a kid sending in they're going to be, you know, singing to whoever, you know, Rihanna. They're going to say, you know, they're going to sing to Rihanna, make a recording. They're going to put that into the video. On the day, we're going to say, and next up, it's young, blah, 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 singing whatever from Rihanna. take it away, and then you go, that's the video. That was great. What amazing. Woo, give it up for young Millie singing there. Okay, and now we got to. So it's kind of like a stand-up comedy show, really. It's that style. So it's people just sending in clips.
You guys want to hear something crazy? You want to hear something crazy?
Go on.
Obviously.
Scott, I think Scott may have booked Press TV studio for a company that's going to interview Anthony Joshua there.
No way.
Cool.
That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, this Scott is fucking
God. Scott God.
But yeah, someone's gonna a company called Matchroom is gonna book the studio for something.
Matchroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matchroom is. You don't know Matchroom? Matchroom's like the big boxing. Yeah, Matchroom.
Yeah.
Matchroom's
I think they're actually discussing prices and shit.
Yeah.
I'll make sure. I'm gonna see if I can have my fingers dipped into that somehow.
All I can say is, man, like, I don't know, we got some bills to pay, like insurance and stuff, and there's not, I don't know where this Scott money's. Hurry up, Scott, and your money, because like, oh god. And VAT.
I can check. Because remember the 357 bill is for 30,000, so I can get it down if you want, because you only have £6,000 of coverage right now for 350. So I can get it down to 150 or 150 or something.
Well, that's just one of my problems. I got VAT to pay as well, so that's like another.
But isn't the VAT put away? You never pay us the VAT, do you?
They said you can wait, but same with what's in this world is like, if you put things away, you just like, you know, it's not like it's gone away. It's just like, I like settling my debts, keeping us, you know, debt free as much as possible. So whatever Scott's doing, just tell him to hurry up.
No, I mean, these things take time. Like the GVC is gonna be a huge contract, but we're not gonna film that till the end of June.
Okay.
We can negotiate once they officially give it to us. We can negotiate an advance, 20% maybe.
I mean, I guess it's just one at a time. The Foxtons thing, you know, when that comes in.
That's going to be
in the next one.
10 to 14 days for that.
What's the status of that? Where are we at?
You got to read emails, first of all. But yeah, he did say...
No, well, I mean, I've read... So basically, you've made a template. Yesterday, you and Alan were tweaking a template. You gave it so basically... The template's good to go. Then they're going to give you all the assets.
No. Foxtons is already sorted. So Foxtons happy with the template.
Assets, though, have they?
Yeah. So the email I sent yesterday from Scotland says it's going to take them a few days to get. It said, spoken with Foxtons this morning. They love the video tour template. This is different from what we did yesterday. Jem did that last week, and they're going ahead with a trial of 100 properties. It is going to take them.
What I'm saying is, we still haven't got a day on that one.
Yeah, it says it's going to take them a few days to get all the pictures and content collated over to us. They won't send over in batches. It will be a lot in one go. Unfortunately, corporate business have a way of doing things. They have informed me that I can invoice their finance department, so I will get that done today. That was yesterday. I will give them 14 days to pay, although it will probably be quicker than that. Once I receive payment, I will transfer funds to you guys. So that's 13 days.
Right, so then, all right. So, it is a serious question to get, you know, emails and stuff. So £2,000 is £2,000 is possibly coming in 10. Let's say 10 days from now, we've got £2,000.
10 days. So that one's the 7th, the 6th.
Let's say this. Yeah, the 6th. We've got £22,000 in our account. How does that work in terms of you guys figured out who wants to? Is it a 3-way split between Jem doing the properties between Jem, Alan, and Gab? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
we're giving some to Alex, or what's the?
I don't think Alex. If you say Alex is loaded, maybe there's no need to give it to Alex. He doesn't like editing in general.
Okay.
If he doesn't need the money and he doesn't like doing it, I kind of like doing it.
And we can do it. It's only 100 properties, so it wouldn't take too long.
Yeah, yesterday, the longest time it took us was to find the fake pictures that match. That was the longest amount of work, and we're not gonna have to do that. It's just gonna be have to dump the picture in. I mean, so worst case scenario,
100 videos in one day, pretty much. You just split the day up between the three.
I'm gonna give it 2 days for checking. I'm gonna say 2 days. You know, so 1 day for doing it, and then I'll spend another day checking. We're gonna be.
Do you want to bring anyone else, Adria, into the checking, or
at the moment I don't think so. I'm kind of working on a Excel sheet with drop down boxes. So one drop down boxes for completed and another one for check.
Go through. Tell us how about split, because obviously Jem's done all the the hard work with the template and stuff, and obviously you guys are putting in work. How are we splitting? What goes? At
this point, Alan, he was joking yesterday, but Alan is still happy with £10 per video for this round.
Okay, what's Alan done though?
Well, we spent quite a long time yesterday working on it.
Can't you just Can't you just pay him $250?
Well, I mean, that's how much he's gonna get paid, basically. So he's gonna get paid. Yeah, he's gonna get paid because he's not gonna do more than 25 videos, is he? So he's gonna get paid $250 for that.
Oh, he's okay. So 25. Is that how it's working? What's the?
And then I thought you were gonna do 25, but you don't want to do that. So you get. I was still gonna say. So you keep the money.
I mean, editing's not. As you see, I can do it for money.
I mean, give it to me. Give it to me.
So 2 days of work for Jem. I mean, because remember, we're talking about the the fairness thing that we spoke on the phone yesterday. What's the best split?
For this one, I wanna keep like £18 per video to kind of pay for what I've done so far. So let's say, I don't know, a £10 per video editing fee and then £8 for doing all the organizing and all the checking.
Isn't that all the money? So let's get me calculated. So if everyone does 25, so you get 25 times 18. So you get 450 quid.
For example, and Jem, I think Jem should get the same.
Okay, so that's 450. Okay, and then that's 900 left.
And then
Alan is
250 to Alan for 25 videos.
Okay, fine.
How much is that?
So that's 1150 minus 2,000.
And if you do the other 25, which you could do in an hour, you keep the rest of the money basically. I think that's fair.
Yeah. And remember, I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't go on Dish Donuts, unfortunately. It goes on.
No, I mean Dish and iMotion. Yeah, so you can pay the insurance at least and keep the rest for your own.
Okay. And you sure it's not good to get Adria involved because she hasn't been?
Not yet. It's too early.
No. Okay.
This is a trial, so we'll get the £1,000. Later on. Are you happy? Do you think that's fair, Jeff?
Yeah, that's fair for me. That's fair for me. I think that's cool.
All right. And it's a tough one because the more money that comes in, more it's going to cause eyebrows to raise. And
I'm not going to expect to get. I mean, once it gets going, I'm happy to get less, so like £15 per video. So that £10 and then £5 for organizing everything. And Alan would be.
I would say that the best way I would and again, I don't know, this could be part of me is very, me, very skeptical about the whole thing, like whether we'll be making millions and all that. But I would like to, if we do make millions, is get day rates for work and then save the millions for future project day rates, which absolutely should go to you guys. But I just have a problem with just giving you tons of money for specific projects, because then people will just go for specific things and not, it's the bigger picture that I'd like to look at.
As long as I get paid the same, as I would doing it, I don't mind how you. I'm gonna have a calculator next to me when I'm doing it. So as long as I'm not getting, quote unquote, screwed, it's fine,
But I guess the only thing is
if I'm meant to get 8K and I get it through another funnel, it's fine. As a salary, it's fine.
But you see, so here's a good example. So say you are meant to get 8K on, let's call it Scott Project, whatever, Anthony Joshua Scott Project. Okay, you are meant to get 8K. the main thing is you obviously doing whatever deals you need to do to get the Anthony Joshua project. But then if you were paid 2K as a day rate, and then the 6K would go into me thinking that 6K could pay for you producing Gem's music video, that would be longevity. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but think about all the, because I think in your head, think all the videos I'm gonna, if I take a bigger slice of the pie, the videos I make, you still can get a bigger slice from people who only do editing. So the £10 an hour people, you're taking 50%. If you're getting £20,000 of business a week, you're still gonna take 50% of that for iMotion, and plus the people that we outsource to.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see how that, if that happens. If that happens, that's great.
But I definitely want.
Because already we're giving Alan. You're giving Alan how much? £10 for a job, which if we were giving a layman or a freelancer, would be £2 per job.
Yeah,
so
but
giving him £8 more.
He does a lot of stuff for us. He does the blog. He spends a lot of time writing scripts. He spent I don't know if you know, but he spent half a day in my house learning to edit and doing other things as well. So it's sorry.
No, I again say, like, I can understand Gem putting in template work, which is invaluable, because that'll be, if you think about it, Gem is working for $450 on this one, but really it could earn iMotion God knows how much. So in a way, it's like the guy.
No, but both me and him. But I don't know if you noticed, Jim. But both me and him yesterday did some tinkering with the template as well. So we fixed some of the sizes.
But I don't
some
think
of the
Alan's part of that crew. Do you see what I mean?
No, so, I consider him valuable. Yesterday, he helped me. He's helped me come in. He noticed that some of for example, the lines at the end were not centered. So I projected on the big screen, and we were thinking, oh, how can we make this look better? So I feel like he's a part of this, and it's our way of rewarding.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think it's a big problem. I mean, especially because the team's so small and the profit margins are quite high anyway. I don't really think there's a big problem. I think people get paid well on a job. That's good. That can only be good. It just gives more. It just gives people less.
And build loyalty, because basically, what I'm hoping here is like, this is the people we retire with, basically. So I'm thinking of future. How can I build loyalty on these people? How can I get them to stay here? Because if their life gets better for being around us.
I'm thinking about projects though, because I think there's stuff that is. I mean, a great example is just what happened on Saturday, where not a lot of money was around, and we've already got someone who's a bit like.
But if
came in for not a lot of money.
But I think
if that could have been topped up, that would have.
Yeah, but if Sophie was getting paid $2,000 that week from iMotion, she would have gone down. If she wasn't going to go down, even though she was earning that kind of money, I would be pissed with her, basically.
But
I don't know. I think there's also the argument that she's got $2,000 from that job, so she doesn't want to earn.
Well, but that to me, if that's what motivates you, I know I'm not like that, and I know Jem is not like that, and I know Alan is not like that. So if you are like that, I don't think that's a good attitude to have, and I will beat it out of you, in some way.
But I think
I'm worried about projects though. I'm worried about projects that aren't that attractive.
Yeah, but I think one thing we have to look at it in terms of growth. If there's a job that's like this, for example, it's not a great job, but it's a well-paying job. Yeah, the profit margins, like obviously, once it starts to kind of run itself, the profit margins on this, if it goes how we expect it to go, will be quite high. So there should be, just from it anyway, there should be a pool of money that's there for jobs where it's like the money's not great, but then we can top it up because, after doing this job for a couple of months, there's going to be a bit more in the pool. So I don't think it means.
I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer. Like, if I know I'm getting money from this, I'm happy to spend time on Quincy, for example, without getting paid, because I know my rent.
Are you though?
I am because
you can just go on a holiday now.
Yeah, but if you think it's a good idea, and I think it's a good thing as well, because it encourages us.
I have interest. I have a person with interest. I have things beyond this.
Because I'm just trying to think of management principles in terms of like.
I think.
I'm telling you, I can tell you from a manager's perspective, if you now go and ask Alan to do 100 videos for 250, you're not gonna get loyalty from that. You're not gonna get him if you're trying to sort of puppet him into doing another job with that money. That's not gonna work. I think it's way better pay him, overpay him for this.
That's also a bad thing. I think he should be doing 100 videos for 250.
No, because he's too in with it. He knows how much we make. He knows how much iMotion's getting.
Like saying, I think the similar thing would be to say, like, you know, the guy who flips burgers in McDonald's knows that, you know, say he's working in the drive-thru, he sees all these cars coming in, and he knows that McDonald's is making whatever 800 quid. So the burger flipper would say, well, I know you've made 800 quid. Give me 700 quid.
Yeah, but he's not the burger flipper, is he? He's in the factory and he's seeing the ingredients being.
Alan is a burger flipper on this one.
Well, I think that's actually really quite insensitive. I think it's quite insensitive what you're saying right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't think of it as that bad. I mean, it's someone we're training up. He
sees how the sausage made. You know, he's into this project. He wants to make it work. It's a bit different.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think.
And then there's Adria who doesn't get zero.
Yeah.
Adria hasn't shown any so far. She hasn't shown any interest in this.
But she's in iMotion, so and she shows interest by like just the fact that she turns up to meetings is quite, you know, for someone.
And we'll be able to, like, for example, the GVC project, when it comes in, we can pay her 250, 350 for makeup.
Right. But it's kind of that's. But you see, that's where I'm getting at. It's like you can take money out of the good stuff, get it and spread it around. Do you see what I mean? And like, as long as we're spreading it around.
But that's the point of profit margins. That's why we don't take all the money. There should be money at the end of it that goes into iMotion. So you go, well, here's money that if we need it for anything, that's what we can use it for. So then we can decide that.
And there will be plenty. There will be plenty if you're making.
Well, we hope, but we don't know.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like rather than taking money out of something before it's even. You know what I mean? Because I think we also have to take into account, like for me, for example, personally, I've probably not earned any money really this year off iMotion. Yeah. We're in basically June, so 6 months. There's like iMotion's not giving me anything, so it's kind of like even for something.
I am in debt. I'm dead. I need to fix that. So I have no assets.
So
not because iMotion screwed you though. It's because
no. It's not that. But we put a lot of money and effort. Like, I don't just want a salary. I want to feel part of. You know, I want to feel like ownership of this project.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, totally. But I just think how the money goes in is a different. I don't know. I think my philosophy is different to you. Both of you's.
I think we all want the same thing. First of all, I think you need to realize that.
Yeah, I think we are all fairness. Yeah.
And I think the result is gonna be the same. Mm-hmm. So as long and we are gonna make the decisions together. I think I'm hoping that you're not gonna, when the money comes in, start acting as a tyrant, and I'm making decisions without.
Boot you guys up. No. I hope you realize that.
Yeah. So
I just think the Alan situation is, I think that's not great management. Just not, and it's not really like offensive, personal. I'm just saying it's.
No, listen. Even in big companies, like my mates in big companies, whenever the pharmaceutical people come and rent a studio, they know they're gonna get paid a lot of money from that job, and it sort of makes up for the other creative stuff that they like doing, but don't get paid that much for. So it's fine to have a job that's not great and pays well. And then, but really, what we are hoping is like all the jobs that we get are like the GVC stuff. That's what we're working towards. So there will not be no stinkers eventually in a year's time.
I think that's what's the best thing out of it is, if we're in a position where a job turns up and we go, we don't actually need to do that, and it's not a good relationship. It doesn't benefit us. This client's not really helping. We say, well, it's not worth it. So then the client either comes back and says,
I think the best example of that would be a wedding video. Like if someone says to us, "Can you do a wedding video?"
Example. Yeah.
Yeah. So if someone says, "Can you do a wedding video for £50?" we know that's not worth anything to us. So we.
I mean, realistically, guys, the way our July is looking potentially is we're gonna have in July possibly thousands of properties a week.
We don't
possibly.
know.
We don't know, but
we don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly that we will likely have the GVC shoot, and possibly
and likely the Tingo shoot as well.
So do you think if unfortunately it's another talent show, people comes to us for £1,000, we're gonna have to say no, because we're not gonna have physical time. So I hope you realize that, like, you're gonna have to.
But that type of thing is like, I think with it, we've never taken on crazy like jobs. Like even that talent show, you know, we could do with we could do the basics for them and then just get around it. So that shouldn't be a problem. I mean,
no, I mean, as long as that's, I think it's not a good example, but
projects. Like
I don't know, some jobs that some jobs that we've taken because the times were tough for £150 a day or £200, and you get 50. We don't have to do that anymore, do we? It would make us look bad even if we're doing stuff for GVC. And
it's just I don't know. I'm really worried about the bad times, because I think even like this is a great example. Yeah, Corona is a brilliant example of like, we were like, we got conferences. Yeah, I mean, like, I gave all the camera jobs to you guys because I thought, it's brilliant, it's fine, it's all good. I'll give. So you do that MOOC, Soph can do that MOOC, you do that MOOC. I didn't take any camera work. So along comes Corona. I've got literally no money coming in because I've said, you know, I'm getting the whatever profit margin, which is really low for MOOCs and stuff, coming in. And so I've screwed myself because I thought we were on good times. So I think that's the same. You could think, you know, GVC is going to be good times and all that stuff. So things could go wrong. Scott could get assassinated. Or whatever. There's the Manchester crew come and take all our jobs from Foxtons. You know, just like whatever crazy things could happen. And then basically we'd have said
no. I think our emotion is to also, we always have to look into the, I'm hoping that by August, if things go to plan, there will be more emotion money in the bank than ever before. That's really the goal.
Yeah.
So I think it's both achievable. I think it's achievable that we get really good salaries and really good income individually, but also you get it as well, and emotion gets it. I think there's enough cards on the table where that happens. And if you're thinking that what I'm saying is like give all the money to the people, that's not what I'm saying. I'm still saying emotion keeps half of what comes in.
I want to give the money to the people, but
I don't think it's a good idea to give all the money to individuals. I think emotion should always be keeping 30 to 40% of all the money, because we need it for our other stuff that we do.
We need it for
and we need to pay insurance. We need to pay insurance. We might want to buy lenses. We might want to buy a light mat.
Alan such high rates, then you've got no. You know, so the next time you ask Alan Alan will never go down to what the other freelancers will go to. So it's in my interest, company's interest to get freelancers in, because then we'll make more money than Alan. I think that's the only problem. I see. If you give
I think you're gonna cause resentment. I think you should if we use this money to pay people and make profit.
Because I think the amount of work you and Jem have done is different to the work Alan has done. Alan the same rates as you and Jem in a way. I know you'll get 450. Alan might get 450, but it's still he's getting towards that. I don't know. There's something I think kind of wrong about that figure. I would rather have given him the 250 for 100, and then basically given him. He would have been miffed doing a vlog. He would have been doing a vlog or something.
I don't think that will work. I think on this one you can give, because hopefully there will be enough videos for everyone to get paid £10 per video, and that we will also have freelancers on the side doing it. So it's not like it's not like you're giving away 50% of all this property money. Eventually, it will be a lot more for emotion. So my financial plan is like. Once this gets going, emotion will still be keeping 70% of all the property money that comes in.
Yeah, right. And that we should be,
and still people getting paid. The core team getting paid a lot of money, but still our emotion gets most of it. So that's really my plan. No, my plan is not to take all the money from this project and then demotivate people. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, we can trial it. We can try my way. If it doesn't work, we go to your way.
Yeah. No, I'm happy to keep talking, and like, you know, if this does happen to be the golden oasis that it could be, then that's amazing. And I'm
even more excited about Gem's stuff. I'm more excited about Gem's Tingo thing, because that's even more our interest stuff. So if we get a big outbreak,
right. But yeah, I'll be the quiet, skeptical one in the back for all of this.
Definitely be skeptical, but I mean, it seems like something's happening. It's that something's happening. So
I mean, the GVC. I just got another email from Scott. It's like the GVC is pretty much in the bag. He said, and iMotion can. I mean, iMotion could take. I mean, is it 30K? We're gonna have to give 6 to Scott probably. I really think we can pay people 15K out of that, and iMotion keeps 11 grand, and we're gonna be paying. I'll be happy with what if I get paid out of those 15K. I think it still be a good salary for everyone.
I wouldn't mind my 700 quid back from Scott as well, but
I mean, from the 10K, you know, I still think I can think we can bring, because actually we have to talk about it now. We have to talk about this budget. So he says make it as close to 30 as possible. Okay. Yeah.
We can make it as close to 10. We can make it 10 grand, 10K.
Yeah, but they don't need to know that. But yeah, it's 30K. But remember, he's taking 6. Yeah. So that leaves us with 24K. Yeah.
Oh, 24. Okay, right.
So that's 24K plus VAT, obviously, but that includes 6 days of shooting. Yeah.
Hold on, we got 6 days of what? 3 people. What is in normal iMotion land? Hold on. 6 times 3 times 450 is 8 grand.
So that's the I think, and that's generous. I think that's no. I'm actually thinking you pay that to people.
Well, that'd be 3 people, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe
I would say more than that. I'd say we probably want 4 or 5.
Yeah, because that's raw minimum, isn't it? You need the director just doing director.
Yeah, but calculate how much you're gonna pay the crew, not iMotion, but how much you're gonna pay, because we're gonna give them the 30K budget. I'm talking about internally now. How much you want to pay people?
Well, I guess if we are going into the Dreamland territory, we should up everyone to Alex rates now. Everyone should be 250 a day.
I still think that Alex should get paid more on the day, though. More than 250.
I don't know. I think the fact is we can, but we can, I don't know. Depends where we are. I think for future, I mean, like, if we hit the Foxtons gold mine, then I think everyone should.
No, but think about it. Think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna pay. Let's do this experiment. I'm gonna pay 500 to Alex. Yeah, 250 to Sophie. 250 to Alan.
I think everyone. Why is no? I think everyone should be on the same day rate. If we're in good times, we should be on the same day rate.
What do you think, Jem? Because he's gonna be the bulk of the work. He's gonna be, carrying the movie with the Alexa. He's gonna do it. I feel like he should get paid more for that day, and I get paid more for production.
Because I'm thinking about the other projects as well. I'm thinking about music videos and Banglatown, and I'm thinking those will have no money coming in, and we would like to pay for once. We would love to pay, like Banglatown. You guys getting paid $250 to do Banglatown would be amazing, that type of thing. So I'd like to.
I'm happy. I guess that would be a paradigm shift if Adria gets paid the same as Alex. Fair enough. I mean, you're doing it.
Would have to do as much hard work as Alan.
Yeah. So let's say we pay people. Work. Let's say you are gonna pay people $250 for 6 people. Yeah. Let's see how much that is. 1,500. Yeah. 6 people, $250
each. Is 1.5, yeah.
For 6 days of shooting,
9,000.
9,000, and I think it's a 12-minute video. Yeah.
Add in petrol costs and lunch costs.
Let's say 1,000.
So that's another.
Crazy. Let's go crazy. 1,000. 10,000.
Yeah, let's go crazy. Nando's for everyone. 10,000. Yeah.
And let's say this is going mental, but £5,000 for editing for a 12-minute video.
I don't know. Actually, let's go with current model is that for every 1 day of filming, it's 2 days of editing. Just really rough. It doesn't always, but yeah. So 6
That's
days.
£6,000 pretty much. £5,000. Yeah, it's the same.
It's 6 days is 12 times 250. It's £3,000. So yeah, 13. We've made it to 1,300. So if you're correct, then that's 10 grand to iMotion profit.
And I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd be happy with getting paid that. Yeah. Maybe if you want me to run the editing,
that 10 grand, then basically we need to also. This is where we need to us three as management need to start needing to figure out where that 10 grand goes and how.
I mean, it's simple for me. I would put three away, for example, for Bangladesh for a week of filming Bangladesh, maybe paying people 100 a day or something.
Yeah, I'm stuff like that. That's where we need to figure it out how it works. But yeah, that would.
How many people we need for Bangladesh every day? How many people we need? About 6 people, 7 people?
Millions. Plus, remember, I mean, we're not even paying actors now. We should pay actors. And what about the SWAT team? The SWAT team will need a police car and guns and all of this stuff. So we need to think about that. But yeah, I mean, that's
You see, that's kind of the math that I'm thinking about for this kind of project. So iMotion gets like a third for.
Yeah, that type of math is great, but I mean, it is just a one-off, isn't it? It's not happening every week. That's the thing.
I mean, that's what we're out of this money, we might have to save another £800 for Scott to do another round, possibly.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
But
although it looks like, I don't know, maybe the relationship might change now that he's doing all of this.
If possible, if he's spending his own money now, that website.
Anthony Joshua and all that stuff. It looks like he's working with us on a chemistry level now. I don't know how you feel.
You found him a lot of work as well, Gab, as well. So
I have, yeah. I mean, he's gonna get a ton of money for that stuff, for the Anthony Joshua, and I'm throwing him stuff his way constantly. Stuff that I can.
So maybe that's a relationship thing between you two.
No, I know he likes me. I know he likes me, and he likes Veronica. I know he likes both of us personally, on a personal level. Okay. So that's good. But yeah, I think we keep talking, obviously. But in terms of the budgets, how do we budget for them then for the 30K?
For who?
For Scott. How do we? What do I write in the quote?
Remember the breakdown that we did for the museum? If you have a look at that, because it was basically 30 grand.
You're just giving Scott the quote, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
But we just got to do the breakdown.
Scott's fee, 6 grand.
No, they don't need to see that. They don't need to see that.
But if it's a Word document, he can take it out or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but
to come up with a quote. This is just a formality, apparently. He says just a formality.
Oh, yeah, so 24. Just give him the quote for 24. Yeah, fine. So
no, for 30. For 30.
We have to quote for 30 and then justify why we're spending 30.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah.
So this is not for Scott. This is for them. This is for them.
Well, so easily you can just bump up everything because this is where it's a bit headache. So. Well, not major, but obviously, Joe Ransom for something like this would be paid 700 quid as a DOP. So that's just, there you go, 700 quid for one person. So
but I think we should probably do it in chunks. We should say pre-production and filming this much, graphics and
something Jem is interested in directing. You want to be director on this?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
So then, director Jem gets paid way more, obviously, between us, everyone's getting 250, but director Jem on paper gets whatever a director would get, 700 quid. I don't know. So you can bump it up like that, and then just say
obviously factoring some day rates there for preparation. So as long as he gets paid day rates for, preparing for the shoot.
Yeah. But I just think this is why I'm going back to Alan with the editing. Is if you keep it simple, you just know all of us get 250. And then you know, you splash the cash with like, you could just give Alan a vlog day and just say, look, Alan, you've been doing really well. Do a vlog for us. We'll pay you $250. You know, just
well, I can tell you, like he said, if I'm getting paid £10 per video, I'm happy to do Bangladesh. He said, however many hours.
How do you know? How do you know he's going to do that? So I want to do Bangladesh in Scotland.
I mean, it's pretty simple because
I can't guarantee anyone's going to be up for that.
It's pretty simple because there's a clear fear and a clear thing. Like if he doesn't want to do Bangladesh, he's not going to get as much editing. So you still have people by the balls in a way, even if you're paying £10 by the video. That can stop any day.
Okay, balls is the wrong. Balls is the wrong adjective.
You can,
I just say, like, if I said, right, I'm doing Bangladesh in Scotland tomorrow, guys, you're all getting $250. That's just a nice, fair way of doing it, isn't it? It's just like
but I'm saying even if you're paying him £10 per video a week and you have no money for Bangladesh, he'll still go and I will go because I want to still get the. I don't want to get kicked out. You know, I still want to be in good terms with the company that's changing my life. You know.
We haven't got that deal though, have we? We haven't got that weekly $60,000 from Foxtel.
No, we're working on it. We're working on it. It's gonna take a few weeks to set up. Obviously, the trial is the key. We need to do the trial really well. It's gonna be a lot of work to get that right.
Yeah. There's a chance Manchester crew might take it from us. Who knows? You know.
It's looking pretty good. I checked the website. I think I have it somewhere, and already the Show Home Media website is looking good. It's cheaper. We are cheaper. He's got those connections in there. We're gonna have Foxtons already on the website. That is already giving us a lot of prestige. The fact that we're gonna have Foxton videos in there. So it's very likely that other smaller estate agents and bigger will follow suit if the videos are good. They are impressed by the videos. They're impressed. I know for us it's like this stuff is like
it's so simple, man.
It's so simple, but for them. But compare that to just watching pictures, you know, just seeing pictures, freaking
just
through
like
pictures
it's
on a website.
Not Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. Therefore, anyone, you know, if someone in another estate agent has a husband who works in a production company or is related to Joe Ransom or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's why that I think that. But like Scott said, is like. Big companies like that always going to go with companies with a track record and that can deliver volume. So the husband of the estate agent lady, he's not going to be able to do 3,000 videos a week, quality control.
We don't know. Okay.
Sorry?
Well, I don't know. I'll be skeptical. I just like there is. You never.
I know you've been around. You're still on the too good to be true mentality.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I still have it. I mean, I'm still have the too good to be true mentality. Don't think like I haven't put a deposit down for my Tesla yet. If that's what you're thinking. I'm still. How am I gonna pay rent in a few days? So don't worry about me flying into Dreamland.
It's one of those things. Well, again,
sorry, I can hear you. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Sorry, I couldn't hear the last bit, Dish. Sorry.
Yeah, you're
being semi mean as I usually am. Like last month, we were meant to have this money, so we still haven't got the money. It's coming 10 days, but it's just that's where you get your cynicism from. And we hope it's all going to go right, but it's just let's see. But
I'm fine with you being the sort of
cynical one,
the Undertaker cynical one. I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah, cool. I still
like
think, all right,
money talks. Money talks.
For this one, all right, the 450 Gem, 450 Gab, 250 Alan, rest to me. All right, we'll go with that for now.
We'll talk about it later. If there's thousands of videos coming in, we'll figure it out at that point. We're not there yet. We're still on the 100 videos.
I don't know. I'll go another one before we go, but just like maybe just 450 to Gem, 450 for you to do a few videos, and Alan to do a day rate of 250 would have been a really good split, I think. But anyway.
But for example, he's gonna do this because we're gonna do it together. So we're gonna do it. He's gonna be happy with this.
250. He's just got Adobe Premiere last week. I mean, it's crazy the fortune he's in a way.
Well, he spent £3,000. Yeah, you know that.
Oh, for the laptop. Yeah, sure.
So it's not. I mean, he's definitely committed. So
yeah.
And he seems to be keen on it. I think he could be useful. He could be useful.
And look, it's cool. Like, just Alan is in the fold. He's definitely,
and he does know a lot of actors and stuff. So it's just we haven't had the chance to see what his network can bring. But I think if there's for the right project, he could bring a lot of cool people. But I think this split is fair for now. But then we can talk about later how it will work, basically. Yeah, I personally think once there's enough video, I can definitely get you people who will do 150 for 250. Don't worry about that.
Right.
More. Yeah. I can get you people who do 200 in a day for 250. I have people, 3 people I know who would do it happily.
Right.
And if I've got enough to edit that week, or if I got enough coming in from other projects, I'm happy to pass on all that, profit to iMotion. What do I care?
Well, I mean, the main thing is just focus on. It's channeling it, funneling it, putting it out into other stuff. Like, sitting on the cash is not. What we need to do is our philosophy. Hopefully, you agree with me. Is we make films, we make good films, whether it's music videos, whether it's drama, Netflix.
But you also have to think about. You have to think about. You are talking from what different mountain. My mountain looks a lot different than yours. So my mountain looks like I have to focus on. I want to bring a family into this world. I have no assets, no house. Right. I have no security, and no savings. So I have to focus on for the next year or 2 on getting that sorted, and I can be where you are mentally.
There's other jobs better than media for that type of stuff, man.
Yeah, but I want to combine too. Yeah, I want to combine these 2 things. I want to combine because I don't want to be an unhappy finance guy. I want to be a happy media guy who has security and can focus on the creative stuff, like you are. The reason why you wouldn't be as focused on creativity it's the truth. If you have to worry about paying rent and buying clothes for your children.
For sure.
So just give us a bit of time. Give us a bit of time to get there.
Yeah. No, it's great. It is great progress. But let's just think about the.
But like I told you last week, stay skeptic, stay cynical. It's fine. There's no motivation for me to change your mind, and I am skeptic and cynical and all that. Everything could fall away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, it's cool. It's cool. So, all right, GBC, and then I guess we'll talk about the other projects later over the next
So,
few
shall we
days.
come up with a breakdown? So you said to use the museum stuff, Jam?
Yeah, because wasn't that 30 grand? Wasn't that 30 grand how we broke it down?
Let's have a look. That's on Slack, right? Somewhere? With the Greenwich.
Greenwich. Where is it?
That's how quick. It's on Slack. By the way, I have Slack as a desktop app. It's a lot easier to use that way.
Might forget that.
You don't have to log in every time. It's such a nightmare. Slack, Greenwich. Am I shouting, by the way? Am I speaking too loud?
You're European, man. This is fine.
No, because I have this new mic and maybe there's no need to speak this loud like before. Because before with the other one I had to shout to be heard.
I can hear you good.
I can start whispering if you want. I can whisper to you. Can you still hear me?
Mi amor.
I can't see it. Where is it gone? Did you delete that?
I've not deleted it, but I'm looking at it. So we did like for 5 days of filming, we did 10 grand, 7-man crew, including directing, DOP, 10 days editing and animation, 4.5, research and planning, 2,000, rental cost, 2,000, production coordinator, 1,000, catering, 1,000, performer budget, 3 grand, music, 500, miscellaneous, 500. So, and that all came to 24,000.
It's a bit different, this one. Yeah, there's no performers. We might have to factor in a voice artist, voice performer.
Yeah, factoring voice. Up the
animation.
Animation. So we can put animation as maybe slightly separate from editing.
Although I don't know if you've seen the video, but there's very little animation from last year. Very little.
As far rental costs, we up the rental costs. Because we factor in, so we factor in Alexa and all that other stuff.
We're gonna rent cooks. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even we look at maybe even renting like a remote slider or something like that, because they remember in the one that you showed me before, they have a lot of like time lapse stuff that's on a timer. So maybe we can look at something like that as well.
Oh God, do you need a specialist for that?
You wouldn't need a specialist. It's just a time lapse, but you have a remote head, like tripod. Yeah. So it moves like on a timer. But yeah, I mean, I think we don't have to go into how much each person's earning. We just kind of break down each part of the production and how much and what you get for that and how much that costs. So we can just bump the price even in terms of things like the color grade.
Should I remove the catering bit? Do they really need to know about catering?
Yeah. No, we don't have it'd be like lunch expenses and petrol
expenses, isn't it? So we can instead of catering, we just do expenses. So obviously travel, parking, petrol, all that stuff has to be part of the expenses as well.
So we can say we'll claim petrol and I don't know, is that petty or not? Is that petty to do that for a big company, or should we just? Is it really their business how much you spend in petrol and stuff?
No, but that's why you just put it as an expense.
Yeah, you just put travel, food expenses.
Yeah.
How much is that? 500? No, it's a bit more than that, isn't it?
Yeah, so it'd be more than that.
You can another one in film terms is consumables, so things like gels and whatever, tape and
and
gaffer tape and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called consumables.
Yeah.
So expenses and consumables budget £1,000. Yeah. Yeah. So that's petrol, food, gaffer.
Sounds a lot for 6 days, maybe. I guess. Yeah, because you.
Petrol though. Think about petrol. 5 cars petrol. You know.
6 people. Yeah. Is it all London or where is?
It is London. So you got to factor
congestion charge. Put that in there as well.
And
every car's paying a congestion charge.
So I think it's not crazy to put that in the budget.
No, it's not. It's not crazy at all.
Cool. So okay, I can't find it on Slack. How's it called?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it on Slack. I've just got the file.
Okay, can you just email it so I have to look for it?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Now quickly.
I really thought I put it there. I don't know why.
You're slacking on Slack, Gab.
I'm slacking on Slack. Have you guys seen my chat show home media thread?
I have not. I can't lie to you.
No.
I spent half of Saturday doing this. Bastards.
I don't know whether that was the best use of
your time. You need someone to do your social media because I didn't know about it. So.
It's my social media. You just have to read fucking emails. That's what you have to do. Just read your emails. Jeez.
No, Gab.
No, it's like.
I said it to you.
Where's the login for StreamYard? I said it like 7 times.
I've got it.
Where's the link?
Gab, I'm in StreamYard.
Not just you. Not just you. Like,
I'm in StreamYard. You troll. No, I'm joking.
Not just you.
No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
look.
Gem's department. That one's Gem's
department. Look, Gab. Look, I'm in. I could do stuff. See?
Oh, you can do stuff. Great.
I can do stuff again.
Okay.
Cool.
So I will put it in one of our quotes. What number are we on now, Dish? 1,000.
Hold on.
1,100 something, I think.
We're still
1129. 1129 is the next one.